Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome back to the AFI project. Today we're going to be taking a look at The Sixth Sense. This was directed by M. Night Shyamalan. We all know who he is for both good and bad. And it starred Bruce Willis, Toni Collette, and Haley Joel Osment. I should just get out in front of this and just say that I'm going to be talking about this movie in full spoiler territory. That means I'm going to be talking about the twist and everything that happens in this movie, because I think a Sixth Sense video without talking about the twist is just kind of half-baked. So full spoiler warning, please go watch The Sixth Sense. It's a fantastic movie, and then come back and watch this video. So with that out of the way, let's go. The Sixth Sense tells the story of a little boy named Cole, played by Haley Joel Osment. He is a very quiet and shy boy. He gets bullied at school, his father's not in the picture, and his mother, played by Toni Collette, tries her best to make appearances and tries her hardest to be a good mom, but through various reasons, she just isn't there all the time. The only person that Cole seems to truly open up to is Dr. Malcolm Crowe, played by Bruce Willis, a therapist who helps Cole kinda talk himself through these complex feelings. And through their many meetings, Dr. Crowe soon learns that Cole has a very dark gift. He can see and speak to the dead. M. Night Shyamalan is a very polarizing figure. There are some who absolutely hate him for some of the crappy movies that he's done, but there are others who actually like him and have a lot of respect for him. And I'm that latter camp. I have a lot of respect for Shyamalan. He has directed a lot of bad movies, including I Cannot Believe This Was Made, The Death of My Childhood, and How to Succeed at Making Will Smith into a Potted Plant Without Really Trying. But despite his faults, I consistently give Shyamalan the benefit of the doubt. If you see him in interviews, he is genuinely one of the most passionate people you could ever hope to meet in the film industry. And some people may not want to admit this, but Shyamalan, when he is on, he absolutely is on point. With movies like Signs, yes, I love Signs, Unbreakable, Split, and the movie that turned him into a star, The Sixth Sense. And yes, while Shyamalan did direct 2 other movies before this, The Sixth Sense is the movie that Shyamalan will always be remembered for. And what a movie to be remembered for, because over 20 years after the fact, this movie is just as good as it ever was, if not better. Firstly, I want to talk about the visual storytelling, because Shyamalan is just a master at this, especially in The Sixth Sense. There are several smaller moments to where at first they seem innocuous, but due to the twist, it just makes everything better. You will never look at the color red the same way ever again. And as far as the dialogue goes, one of people's biggest complaints about Shyamalan is that his dialogue is not that good. And I can definitely agree in some cases, but I think here it works perfectly. One of my favorite scenes is the scene that everybody remembers from this movie, the I See Dead People scene. But in the full context of the movie, you realize just how kind of in pain Cole is, because he doesn't see this as like a, yay, I can speak to the dead, this is cool. He sees this as just a fate worse than death. I love the chemistry between Osment and Willis. There are several scenes where they're together, and they're all great. And Osment and Toni Collette's chemistry is even better, because let's just say there are some very brutal scenes. Like, for example, the one scene in which basically Cole outs himself as being able to speak to the dead in the most distressing way possible by telling Toni Collette about her mom and her mom's dying wish. I'm honestly not doing the scene justice. But I suppose no Sixth Sense review could be complete without talking about the twist. And, well, the twist being that Dr. Malcolm Crowe has been dead this entire time, and that Cole is, as we have seen Dr. Crowe, we're basically seeing him through the perspective of Cole, who can see dead people. And that at the very beginning of the movie, Dr. Malcolm Crowe was killed by one of his former patients, played by Donnie Wahlberg, and he's been dead this whole time. A twist like this can really make or break a movie. And I've seen a lot of cases where a twist can absolutely just, like, tone a movie down for me and just completely nerf it. For some reason, Knives Out comes to mind. But the twist in The Sixth Sense just never gets old and gets better the more you think about it. And upon rewatches, Shyamalan drops these little clues to where you're like, oh, I never noticed that before. And at the end of the day, this movie is just as good, if not better, than it was in '99. If you have seen it before, go see it again. It is just as good as you remember it. But that is all for me, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. Next time on the AFI Project, we're going to be going way back in the timeline again to be talking about a musical from Bing Crosby. It's called Swing Time. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way, when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.